In America, at the least, we see success as money, status, all this leveling up crap. Let me tell you, that's not what success means. That's not what true happiness means. There is a problem with how we as people define success. Most of us grow up with a very specific picture of success. The house, the car, the salary, the lifestyle that looks good on Instagram but feels empty in real life. And for a long time, we chase it. Especially if you're on self-improvement, you're probably chasing to make some money. You're probably chasing to make some bank. But that should not be your main goal. We grind, we hustle, we sacrifice sleep, peace, and sometimes even our identity. We sacrifice who we are. I'm not saying that waking up at 6 is sacrificing your identity. I'm talking about literally changing your identity because you want to be someone who has money. All for a version of success that someone else defined for us. But here's the truth that nobody wants to tell you. Material gain can upgrade your life, but it can't upgrade you. Why material success isn't the full story. Success isn't just about what you accumulate, it's about who you become. There are people with money who are absolutely, positively miserable. People with status who feel invisible. They got all this money and they got leadership, but they still feel invisible. They feel like that nobody's acknowledging that they are there. Those are people with everything you think you want. Who would trade it all for peace, purpose, or a single real relationship that lasts a lifetime? So maybe the problem isn't that we are not successful. Maybe the problem is that we've been measuring success with the wrong ruler. Here's a better definition of success. Success is not just the size of your bank account. It's the size of your character. It's the strength of your relationships. It's the clarity of your purpose. It's the peace you carry when no one's watching, no one's caring. It's the impact you make that money just can't measure. And here's the funny part. When you stop obsessing over material success, you actually become more successful because you're no longer driven by insecurity of comparison. You're driven by your calling. You know, I tell you guys, make money, work, be financially stable. I tell you all that, but I gotta preface that your life is not all about that. It's about Jesus Christ. It's about having that real relationship. I forgot to also mention that in the Bible it says that the love of money is the source of all evil. That's pretty crazy. Or at least it says that money is one of the weakest points of men because we're almost, at least in most cultures today, we're reliant on money. We can't live without it, otherwise we're, well, poor and also can't buy things and do things in a regular day-to-day life. So don't rely on money, rely on God. But, preface, it's important to have it, but don't make it your all in all, and don't make it your definer of success. It's about having that real relationship with God. It's about loving and being grateful and having gratitude and expressing your emotions every day and not letting them build up. That is true happiness. I'm gonna tell you what happens when you redefine success for your life. You stop chasing everything and start focusing on the things that matter. Your faith, your growth, your craft, your people, your health, and your mission. And when those things are aligned with God, the material stuff becomes a byproduct, not the prize. Real success is waking up with a purpose. It's going to bed with peace. It's knowing who you are, who you're becoming, and who you refuse to be. I have a gratitude journal. I have a journal in my note. Let me show you guys real quick. It is a who I am journal. And what it basically does is it tells me who I am. And look, we gotta reinforce this stuff sometimes, y'all. Especially us guys. And then I have who I am not on here, which is actually very interesting. You need to have this. I am not a lazy person. I'm not a smoker. I'm not a cusser. I'm not a lover of money. I'm not afraid. I am not a troublemaker. I'm not creepy. I'm not an idiot. I am a godly man. It's pretty beautiful. So the point is that you have to know who you are. And when you redefine your success into a character build, you start to realize that success doesn't come from money. It comes from being who you are and who God called you to be. The freedom of a new definition. It's living a life that honors God, serves others, and reflects the best version of you, not the version the world pressures you to perform. So if you've been falling behind, let me encourage you. You're not behind. You're just breaking out of a definition of success that was too small for your calling. Redefine success, redefine the win, redefine victory, redefine the life you're building, because the greatest things you'll ever achieve won't be things you can hold, but the things you can live. You live life once, what are you going to do about it?